In the world of leadership, there's a story we tell ourselves. It's a story about the perfect leader. This leader is always in control. They have every answer. They never show a crack in their armor. But this story is a myth. And honestly, it's a dangerous one. The relentless pursuit of this flawless image isn't strength, it's a heavy burden. It's the illusion of control, a carefully constructed facade designed to shield us from the terrifying vulnerability of not knowing. The truth is, real leadership happens in the messy middle, in those uncertain spaces where we have to choose courage over comfort. The pressure to appear unshakable is immense, but it disconnects us from our own humanity and from the very people we hope to lead. This constant performance is exhausting. Every meeting, every email, every decision becomes a test of our worthiness. We believe that if we just plan enough, work hard enough, and control every variable, we can avoid failure and judgment. But chaos is part of life and work. Unexpected challenges will always arise. When we cling to the illusion of control, we aren't leading through the storm. We are simply fighting it. And this fight drains our energy, leaving us with nothing left for creative problem-solving or genuine connection. It's a recipe for burnout, not a strategy for success. The weight of that armor gets heavier with every passing day. The modern workplace has turned this pressure cooker up to full blast. With technology tethering us to our roles 24/7, the stage for our performance never closes. This creates a relentless cycle of decision-making. We are bombarded with choices, from the monumental to the mundane, with little time to breathe in between. This is what researchers call decision fatigue. It's a real, measurable phenomenon where the sheer quantity of decisions we make degrades the quality of our judgment. We start making shortcuts. We choose the easy option over the right one. Our cognitive resources become so depleted that we lose the ability to think strategically and lead with wisdom. So we find ourselves stuck. We're caught between the expectation to be perfect and the reality of our own human limits. We pretend to have it all together, while inside, we're fraying at the seams. The anxiety builds, the stress mounts. We start to feel disconnected from our work, from our teams, and most frighteningly, from ourselves. We lose sight of the person behind the title. This isn't just a leadership crisis, it's a human one. We're so busy trying to manage perception that we forget to manage our own well-being. But there is a different way, a more courageous way. It starts with putting down the armor. The always-on culture sells us a lie. It tells us that our value is measured by our output, our busyness, our responsiveness. It whispers that if we step away, even for a moment, we will fall behind. We will be found out. So we hustle. We answer emails at midnight. We skip lunch to finish one more task. We wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor. But this isn't productivity. It's a slow erosion of the self. By constantly pushing, we deny ourselves the space needed for reflection, creativity, and recovery. We are not machines. When we try to operate like them, we inevitably break down. This relentless drive to be perfect and perpetually available takes a profound toll. It leads directly to burnout, a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. But it's more than just feeling tired. It's a deep sense of cynicism and detachment from our work. It's a feeling of ineffectiveness, a belief that nothing we do makes a difference anymore. Our passion fades, our empathy wanes. We lose the very qualities that make us effective leaders. The pursuit of perfection doesn't lead to excellence. It leads to an empty tank. We become shells of the leaders we once aspired to be, going through the motions without a sense of purpose or joy. Anxiety becomes our constant companion in this hustle culture. It's the low-grade hum of dread that follows us from the moment we wake up. Did I respond to that email? What if my project fails? What will they think of me? This isn't the energizing, motivating kind of stress. It's the corrosive kind that eats away at our confidence and clouds our judgment. We start leading from a place of fear, not a place of courage. We become reactive instead of proactive. We manage risk not by innovating, but by hiding. This fear-based leadership creates a ripple effect, fostering environments of distrust and anxiety for our entire team. Ultimately, by trying to be everything to everyone, we risk losing ourselves. The person we are, with our unique values, passions, and quirks, gets buried under a mountain of expectations. We forget what truly matters to us. We trade our authenticity for approval. This disconnection from our core self is the highest cost of all, because when we don't know who we are or what we stand for, we have no anchor in the storm. We are tossed about by the winds of external validation and corporate pressures. true leadership doesn't come from a flawless external image. It comes from a deeply rooted, authentic inner self. The antidote to the crushing weight of perfectionism is not more effort. It's more humanity. It's the courage to be vulnerable. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the ultimate measure of courage. It's showing up and letting ourselves be seen when we can't control the outcome. For a leader, this looks like saying, "I don't have the answer right now," or "I made a mistake," or "I need help." These phrases don't diminish our authority. They deepen it. They signal to our teams that this is a safe place to be human, to take risks, and to learn from failure. Authentic leadership builds trust faster than any strategic plan ever could. To cultivate this courage, we need to create space in our chaotic days. This is where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is not about emptying your mind. It's about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's a practice of observation. Taking just a few moments for mindful breathing can be revolutionary. It interrupts the cycle of reactive, fear-based thinking. It allows us to step out of the frantic whirlwind of our to-do lists and reconnect with our own inner state. This simple pause gives our prefrontal cortex, the part of our brain responsible for wise, executive decisions, a chance to catch up. It's in these quiet moments that we find clarity. We must also normalize the act of taking real breaks. Not just a 5-minute lunch at our desks, but intentional time away to refuel, a short walk outside, a 15-minute break to stretch and reflect. Setting firm boundaries around our time is not selfish. It is essential for sustainable leadership. When we are constantly depleting our energy reserves, we have nothing left to give. Creativity and innovation don't happen when we're running on fumes. They flourish in the spaces between the work. By modeling healthy boundaries, we give our teams permission to do the same, creating a more resilient and sustainable work culture for everyone. This shift requires us to redefine productivity. It's not about doing more things, it's about doing the right things. It's about focusing on what truly matters. One powerful practice is daily reflection. Take a few minutes at the end of the day to write down your thoughts. What went well? What was challenging? Where did I lead from my values? This simple act of journaling helps us process our experiences, learn from our missteps, and recognize our wins. It moves us from a state of constant reaction to one of conscious, intentional action. It's how we learn to lead from a place of wisdom, not just a place of pressure. The journey toward more authentic leadership is ultimately about alignment. It's about ensuring that our work, our decisions, and our actions are in harmony with our deepest personal values. This is our inner compass. When we are disconnected from our values, we feel adrift. We make choices based on external pressures or fear, and we feel a constant sense of unease. But when we take the time to identify what truly matters to us, courage, connection, integrity, compassion, we find our true north. This inner compass provides a steadying force, a source of calm and clarity, even when the world around us is in chaos. Aligning with our values transforms our decision-making. Instead of asking, "What will make me look good?" we start asking, "What is the courageous choice?" or "What is the compassionate response?" This internal guidance system helps us navigate complex situations with greater integrity and confidence. Our decisions become more consistent and purpose-driven. This not only reduces our own internal conflict and anxiety, but also builds a profound sense of trust with our teams. They see a leader who is guided by a clear set of principles, not by the shifting winds of popular opinion or corporate politics. That is a leader worth following. This path of wholehearted leadership builds incredible resilience. When our worth is tied to our inner values rather than external outcomes, we are better able to weather setbacks. Failure is no longer a verdict on our worthiness. It's simply a data point on the journey. We can get curious about our mistakes instead of being shamed by them. This resilience allows us to rise from falls with our lessons learned and our spirits intact. We become leaders who can hold steady in a crisis, not because we are perfect, but because we are grounded in something deeper than the immediate challenge. Ultimately, this is the foundation for lasting success. When we lead from a place of authenticity, vulnerability, and purpose, we cultivate environments where people feel safe to bring their whole selves to work. This fosters deeper connection, stronger collaboration, and greater innovation. The result is not just better business outcomes, but a more fulfilling and human experience for everyone. True leadership isn't about having all the answers or being in constant control. It's about having the courage to stay true to your inner compass and inviting others to join you on the journey.